a symbol of strength, courage, and protection. A powerful figure in many cultures and is believed to have mystical healing powers.
Hi guys, what up, what you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Those who don't know me, I am Boo the Savage Child, and I am back. Yes, I am back. I know it's been almost a year since I've done a YouTube video, but this time we are going to be discussing something very exciting. Oh my god! We are going to be talking about my debut album, which is dropping on the 31st, child. 31st of May, my album. I can't believe I'm saying this, like my album is dropping on the 31st of May. My debut album. Anyways guys, before we get into the details about my album, make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment, because I love hearing from you guys, okay? And make sure you tell your friends, your whole entire family, and literally everyone you come across, okay? Because we want to grow. Before we get into the video, we have a sponsor. Yes, girl, I am sponsoring myself. This video is sponsored by the GHETTO Podcast show. The GHETTO Podcast with me, Boo Savage. If you have not listened to the GHETTO Podcast yet, what are you doing? It's like the most fun podcast there. Okay? It's the best podcast. You can literally listen to it on any streaming service or wherever you get your podcast, except for Apple Music, because we are not on there yet. I forgot my Apple ID password and they are not letting me in, child. I tried to make another one, but they want the old one, child. You guys are just going to have to bear with me, okay? Without wasting any further time, let's just get right into it. So, my album is called Where Flowers Bloom. I started recording the album in January, yeah, so it took me 3 months to make an entire album. There are no features on the album, it is just me, child. It's like a solo album, but I did work with people when it comes to, you know, producing the album, because I don't know how to produce shit. And I am the only writer on the album. I literally write all my songs. I do not have a ghostwriter. I don't think I'll ever have a ghostwriter, because I want people to know that if Boo the Savage spit it, Boo the Savage wrote it, okay? Period. The album has 12 tracks, mainly hip-hop, trap. There's a little bit of neo-soul, and like there's a little bit of R&B as well, but I'm not singing, child, because I don't know how to sing, so I'm just rapping. And it's a really fun album. It's actually one of my best work. Like, honestly. As you guys know, those who know that I'm a rapper. Yes, I think it's obvious. And my latest project, which is Game Time 2, which dropped in December of last year. I think it dropped on the 1st of December, but that only dropped on Audiomack and YouTube, and so as and the rest of my projects before Game Time 2 also just dropped on YouTube and on Audiomack, because, you know, I did not have proper knowledge about music distribution, but now I have. My album is going to be dropping on all streaming platforms, child. Literally everywhere my album is going to be dropping. My album is led by 2 singles, Girls in the Hood, which dropped in January, and Freaky, which dropped in April the 26th.
Time to get freaky. Hey yo, he blowing on my phone, ask me why I'm so sneaky. Got me feeling funny, yeah, he got me feeling freaky. Pull up to the crib if you wanna get busy. Got me purring in his ear like a bad little kitty. Pretty, yeah, bling in the city. Catwalk, I'm a bad little kitty, yeah. I keep it cute, too much, no bitty, I'm pretty, I'm pretty. He blowing on my phone, ask me why I'm so sneaky. Got me feeling funny, yeah, he got me feeling freaky.
Yeah. Now, Now, those two singles from the album are doing really, really, really good. Girls in the Hood is doing good, like on YouTube and the other streaming platforms, but on Spotify, Freaky is doing really, really good. It literally passed Girls in the Hood, and it hasn't even been out for a month, but it literally like just passed Girls in the Hood. So make sure you guys go stream Girls in the Hood and Freaky. I'm going to be putting the link to my podcast in the description. Now, the album art. The album art is literally, at first I wanted the album art to look like, you know, a cover for a pop album. And then when you actually listen to my album, it's like straight up hip hop, it's bars, it's literally just hip hop rap. I thought at the time that it would add a fun twist to the whole concept of the album. But then I changed it because I didn't quite like it, so I had to do like a reshoot, and then yeah, finally found the perfect picture for my album. I'm gonna put it right here. The picture is just so like, I think it represents me as a whole. Like, it represents where I live. It represents, like, there are just so many details within the album cover, and like, it's just so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, it just has that thing that says Bulbul Savage album, you get me? Now, at first I wanted to name the album Heaven on Earth, but then while I was creating the album and I listened back to the songs that I made, I realized that the title does not fit with the song. So Where Flowers Bloom was perfect because the album is mainly inspirational, and I tried to be less personal because I think that I went into a lot of personal matters in Game Time 2, which is the EP that dropped last year, and I just felt like I needed to do something different. So Where Flowers Bloom is really different. It has a little bit of the elements from Game Time 2, which is like the neo soul, sorry. I'm thinking about Cleo Soul, that's why. It has a little bit of elements from Game Time 2, like the neo soul touch and the R&B vibes, but it's literally just straight up bars and rap. And I think there's like a song or two where I am talking about personal matters. If you guys want to see the track listing, go follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm going to be posting the track listing very, very soon. I think I'm gonna drop it like a day before the album drops because, you know, I just want to be a little bit mysterious, child. Yeah. So, whew, child. I personally think that Where Flowers Bloom is my best work yet. I feel like I can do better. And there's a lot of personas in the album. I rap in different styles, child. It's something different that I think people will enjoy, and I think it's something that the hip-hop game really, really needed, because I feel like hip-hop artists now are giving us the same thing over and over again. So I just came with something different. It was even a shock to myself, child. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. So I worked with producers like Cookie Dough, Princess Marilyn, John Fo, which produced Girls in the Hood, and Zeno. Yeah, I think those are the only 4 producers I worked with. Let me not say worked with, those are the 4 producers that made the beats to my albums. So yeah, and what am I leaving out? When it comes to the idea behind the album, inspiration. That's what I wanted to talk about. My album is inspired by another album which dropped in 1999, if I'm not mistaken. My album is inspired a lot by Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill and Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj. I know, like, it's not your usual combination, but I personally think that like the inspiration from this album and the inspiration from the other album, like they just come together perfectly, and those two inspirations from these two different categories, or let me say these two different vibes, came together in my mind and gave birth to Where Flowers Bloom, child. Now, the title of the album, as I said, I think it fits perfectly. And yeah, the album is just, it's literally it's such a good album that sometimes when I listen to it, I'm like, it's literally like just so different from what we're getting now. Like, it's a different vibe. It has like a soulful vibe, but also a hard hip hop style vibe. And I think if I were to categorize it, it would be more on the side of traditional hip hop or traditional African hip hop, with a touch of like neo soul, as I said, and R&B vibes. It's like it has like so many elements, which is why it is such a unique album. So make sure you guys please go stream my album on the 31st of May. It is dropping on all streaming platforms. And I am running out of time because I only wanted this video to be 10 minutes long, but now I think I'm blabbing too much. So make sure you go listen to my podcast as well.